Yo, what is going on, guys? BashtianYgo here, and today we're going to be checking out Purrely post Duelist Nexus. So Purrely clearly has been one of the better decks of the format ever since the deck was released, right? It's been a deck that can put up a Towers monster. It was not destroyed. It was very much crippled by the most recent Forbidden Limited list with the limiting of the Delicious memory, unfortunately, so in order to be able to gain that constant stacking 300 attack and defense. However, we do have a brand new support in the form of Purrely or Purrely Noir, which is essentially, it breaks the deck wide open, right? It makes it an immediate top tier contender, immediately be able to compete with the best decks of the format, and clearly it is going to be one of the favorites moving forward, at least here in the TCG. So without further ado, guys, go ahead and get right into it. So the deck itself, I don't believe has changed too much since before and after the Purrely, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it short with you guys. But towards the end of the video, at the very end, I'm going to show you guys the quick combo, how you guys can draw 4 during your opponent's standby phase. So make sure you guys stay tuned and make sure you like the video as well. So starting off, guys, we played 3 copies of Purrely and 3 copies of Purrely. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You want to make sure you maximize because you want to see this card. Don't get me wrong, I mean, they all can turbo it out because the entire deck is a whole bunch of E-Tellies, but I mean, the worst thing that can possibly happen if you don't draw an E-Telly, don't draw an E-Purrely. So you want to make sure you just maximize arms to be able to go ahead and get that consistency with it as well. So that is also nice. Also with the Purrely, I know before some individuals like to play this card at 2. I think maximizing on this card is going to be essential and make sure you get the most out of this deck to be able to go ahead and exit summon with cards in your graveyard, which is going to be extremely important as well. Because before you normally go to Plump, so crushing your graveyard would just naturally be attached to Plump anyway. So with this, it allows us to go a different route now that Plump is taking a little bit more of a backseat in regards to how reliable that is, because Delicious Memory is at 1. Now, I am choosing to play a little bit more hand trap heavy lineup on here, only because the drawing that you're going to be doing on your opponent's turn is just absolutely just ridiculous. So I think being able to draw into a Drone Lockbird or a Ghost Mourner in the mirror match would be super crucial. Going up against Castia would be really good, or Ash Blossom are just really good cards to be able to draw into going up against your opponent. You don't want to draw cards like Imperm or Nibiru, because if you have already an established board, those cards are kind of irrelevant if you draw them. So I want to go ahead and use cards that you're able to go ahead and use. The only reason I'm not playing Effective Veiler as well is because Effective Veiler is mainly used in the main phase, and if you're going to be going up against the mirror match, which I expect a lot more people playing Purrely after, of course, Duelist Nexus officially drops, which should be today or tomorrow. Don't quote me. Depends on when the video goes up. Should be today or tomorrow. We should be expecting a lot more people playing the Purrely deck. So that's something that the Purrely can obviously play during the draw phase, standby phase. Doesn't have to go into the main phase for everything. So that is something to consider as well. So next, that's going to be it for the monsters, guys. 15 monsters in the main deck, 23 spells. Start off with 3 copies of Triple Tactics Talents. I see some individuals trying to play Thrust. I personally believe just 3 talents should be good enough to take it away from there. You can take away your opponent's crazy cards, Eradicator, whatever they have in the hand, in case they don't set it immediately. Or if you're going first. 2 Prosperity should be just fine. 3 seems like a little bit too much, a little bit too overkill, because the deck is consistent enough. But sometimes you just want to see a combo piece, or you want to see your field spell, or you want to see your trap card, right? 3 Book of Moon. I think Book of Moon has been and will continue to be one of the best cards in the format. Just being able to flip everything face down, things that can't be activated by monster, can't be targeted by monster effects, or unaffected by monster effects, whatever it might be. Being able to target, flip it face down, being able to pretty much make it unable to be used by your opponent to do anything is extremely crucial into the Castia matchup, the Purrely matchup, any matchup. Book of Moon is fantastic, so I definitely recommend main decking 3 Book of Moon in any deck essentially. Next, we played 3 copies of Sleepy Memory, now officially the best Purrely memory, so we got that to look forward to. Because this is the one that lets you draw 1 card during each of your opponent's standby phases. So if you stack multiple of these under your Exe's monster, you can draw one per spell that you have equipped as material, so it's really good, of course. Next, we played 3 copies of the Pretty Memory, 1 of the Delicious Memory, 1 Happy Memory. 3 pretty, 3 happy, one what's it called? Delicious Memory. 3 My Friend Purrely to be able to go ahead and search out. Primarily with this card, you are wanting to maximize and get the 3 copies of Sleeping Memory, especially early game, just to generate as much advantage as possible. But there are going to be times where the other cards do come up. Also, in the event that you do activate the sleep memory first, the My Friend Purrely that you're gonna get, I would recommend again doing 2 sleeping memory and 1 delicious, so you can still have access to plump potentially. So I mean, this is my personal opinions on what you should do. If there's better ways, by all means, let me know in the comment section down below. Next, play 2 copies of the field spell. So just the targeting protection is going to be extremely huge, but also just the recursion you get with this is going to be really good. Resource management is fantastic, but again, the main thing is just being able to protect your Purrelys from targeting is actually fantastic. Protected against imperm, protected against all Sky Striker cards for some reason. I'm thinking about that, right? Protected against Effect Veiler, right? In the event you have to go into the main phase, do some shenanigans that way. So targeting is going to be really, really huge, especially I believe all Cashier also targets as well, so that's going to be, you're pretty much protected from it, so it's going to be absolutely huge. So I think that's why I'm considering playing a 3rd copy. This is just my initial deck profile, guys. If this changes down the line, I mean, probably will, but right now I think 2 of the Purrely Street should be good enough to go. 2 copies of the trap card Purrely Leap. I was reading over the other trap card that we got, and I just don't think it's really all that good at the moment. I mean, if someone finds a better way to use it, by all means, but I just don't think it's that good. Not nearly as good as Purrely Leap, because Purrely Leap, this is the card is going to be essential for you to be able to get that draw 4 to draw 6 combo potentially, if you guys are able to do that, which again I'll show you guys here in just the next few minutes. Next we have for the extra deck 1 copy of Relinquished Anima and 1 copy of Sky Striker Azalea. Those are pretty self-explanatory. We got 1 copy of Slacker Magician and 1 copy of Downer Magician. Next, you guys got 1 copy of the Plump, 2 copies of Noor, because you do play 3 copies of the Sleeping Memory, 2 copies of Beauty, 2 copies of Happiness, 2 Noor. No need to play the other large cat, it's just not necessary because it's pretty much the only one you're going to go into, so it is what it is. And you got 2 copies of Zeus. Now you can cut down 1 Beauty or 1 Happiness if you want to go ahead and put a 3rd Zeus, or even take out one the Slacker Magician to go ahead and put it down. But I think Slacker Magician is pretty cool because this card can't be destroyed by battle, so in the event you have to Zeus in an inconvenient way, you just overlay 2 of your Purrelys, attack into something, it's not destroyed by battle, and you slap a Zeus on top and you're good to go from there. But that's going to be it for the profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Now I'm going to show you guys a quick combo. Okay guys, so we can make this with 1 Sleeping Memory and whatever other card we have in our hands. Go ahead and let this play out. So we're going to go ahead and pitch the Purrely, the special summon Purrely. Purrely is then going to go ahead and activate to search you your My Friend Purrely. Which My Friend Purrely, this is where it's a little bit of RNG, but realistically the odds are in your favor because no matter what you get, it's still going to be really good for you to go into. So at the very worst you can do with this is you get a draw 2 on your opponent's standby phase, which is still really good. So anyway, so with the My Friend Purrely, what you're going to do is you're going to reveal 2 Sleeping Memory and 1 Delicious Memory. Hopefully you get delicious. Hopefully you get the sleepy, because that way you get to draw 4. If you get the other one, you get the delicious. You can go into another XZs as well, so you don't really lose. But that is something to look forward to, right? So you pay 500. I happen to hit the sleepy memory, which is great. If not, like I say, you just go into another XZs and you take it away from there. Actually, you can just go into plump and then just take whatever is in the graveyard for spells traps. So then you activate the Purrely effect to XZ summon the Eat Purrely Noor from your extra deck using the sleep memory that's already in your graveyard. And then when you activate the sleep memory you already have in hand, Eat Purrely Noor is going to be able to activate to attach it as a material, and Purrely Noor has another effect as well. When it does that, it also sets 1 Purrely trap card directly from your deck, which is absolutely fantastic, and that's where we're able to get the Purrely Leap, and this is what allows us to draw 4. So during our opponent's standby phase, we're going to be activating the Noor twice to go ahead and draw, and on the second time that we activate to draw, we're going to chain the Purrely Leap. So we already drew 1, we're activating a second time. Still in standby phase, so it can't be it can't be Effect Veiler anyway because it's your opponent's opponent's main phase, but whatever. So you activate Purrely Leap to summon out your large cat, whatever it's called, Eat Purrely, X Purrely Noor, whatever. And then you can go ahead and activate the exact same effect twice again to get you draw 4 on your opponent's standby phase. Of course, you're not going to draw 2 Purrely and 2 Purrely, but that's just the way the deck was organized, right? I put no shuffle on, so that is something to consider, guys. Honestly, I think the deck has a lot of potential moving forward. You have a Nor with 4 materials on board that gives you 2 to spin back to the bottom of the deck, so that is going to be essential in getting rid of a lot of really menacing boards, really annoying boards, honestly, guys. So you have 2 mini Zeuses, I want to say, in a way. Just gets rid of the card, no destruction, so that is something that's worth considering. I think this deck has a lot more combo lives now that the Nor is into the fray, into the mix with the extra deck. So we'll see how this goes, guys. Honestly, I think it's a really cool deck. Honestly, well, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody. The deck's clearly going to be a top tier contender, but I want you guys to understand, of course, how to play this deck efficiently moving forward. So if you guys want to see additional combos, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll learn as much as I can for you guys, so we go ahead and play it on the channel and eventually all learn together. So if you guys have any feedback, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.